Hey guys, welcome back on my channel. It's been ages I haven't done a makeup video, and because I have recently done that eye surgery, I was not allowed to put on makeup. But now that I'm cleared to start wearing makeup again, I can actually see what I'm doing, because in case you didn't know, I had -675 in my eyes, so I almost didn't see anything. Today's look is what I would call a full-on office glam, and that's what I wear whenever I have tons of meetings or just a super long day. And as you guys know, I call my makeup my war paint. So for me, it is part of getting ready for a work day. I don't really wear makeup on my personal time, but when I have something full glam, that means that I'm really going to have a very, very long, difficult day. I already know today is going to be tough because I am working on 2 projects in parallel, so I have to tell people what to do and also think about the storylines, make sure that everything is right. The partner that I'm working with is on vacation, so I'm in charge, and at the same time I have to prepare a few things for my personal life, like booking some appointments and things like that. So all in all, lots of things going on, and I need my war paint. So if you want to see how I achieve this look for my corporate warrior armor, then keep watching. I'm going to do a full routine, and then keep in mind that there are some steps that I don't do on a daily basis, just because it depends on how much time I have. I'm going to start with corrector, which is this one from Bobbi Brown. My color is in dark peach bisque, and I had stopped using it, and then I started using it again, but that's the corrector that I go for. I go just dab it a little bit and then go on the inner eye on both sides, and it's just to cancel that little bit of darkness that I have in there. I would say that 3 out of 5 times that I do my makeup in London, I tend to use it, and I don't use it at all when I'm traveling. I have been skipping concealer for months now, but today I'm gonna use one. This is by Kevyn Aucoin, the Sensual Skin Enhancer. I just need to find a mirror because I don't have a mirror, but maybe I'll just do it here. So I barely dabbed my Primark brush in it, and then I just work it through. Barely dabbed it because it's very, very concentrated. That is a lot more than I intended, but because I like to have a very light layer of makeup, I definitely had to work it through because I just don't like caked up makeup. So even though I only had a small dab, I ended up working it almost through my entire face, at least the cheeks bit. Then I will go with one single pump of the Ordinary colors, and for me that's enough for my face. I don't put any foundation on my forehead, that's why. So I start with the bottom of my cheeks, and then I just dab it like that with this Real Techniques brush. It's a foundation brush, almost like trying to push the product in the skin. And then I slowly get up over the Kevyn Aucoin enhancer. One swipe over the side of the nose, one swipe under the eye, and then one swipe over the forehead to blend the edges. Then I go with my Laura Mercier powder and a beauty blender. It's not damp. I can't be bothered, to be honest. Ideally it would be damp, but I never dampen it. My biggest issue with my skin is that it gets unbelievably oily. So this kind of prevents the oil from getting onto this area. Tomorrow I have an extremely busy day because I have to go to a dentist appointment at 8 AM. It's just my dental routine, but for some reason the only time I could schedule it was 8 AM. Then I have another meeting at 9 AM, so I have to really, I'm gonna be very tight on time. Then a lot of work, and then another meeting at 5:30 PM, and I need to like get my makeup on and all of that. It's just annoying. My go-to eye is very simple. It's using the Naked palette, like the very first one. I go with this. This is a brush from Begin Makeup, and I will go in the color called Half Baked. It's my favorite color from the Naked palette, and I just swipe it all over my lid. And I go with a 217 into the color that is right next to it, called Buck. And I will very quickly dab a bit of it in my eye socket, just to give back some depth to my eye. By now I will just wipe the Laura Mercier all over my face. And I use this massive Real Techniques powder brush. And I'm gonna do the same, but with a MAC loose powder that has a slight bronzing effect. This is the MAC Mineralized Foundation in loose, and the color is medium deep. It's kind of it's halfway between my powder and my bronzer, and I just pat it. Mind you, this is just the first layer. As I said, I'm super duper oily, and I have to do that, bake my skin. Next I'm going for the eyebrows. I don't really have much of an eyebrow shape going on right now. I let them grow, and then the other day I went for a brow threading at the Brow Bar by Blink, and I almost have the feeling that they kind of messed the tip of my eyebrows, and maybe one of them is slightly higher than the other, but I just, yeah, I don't go for the perfect brows. I go for natural bushy brows, and I'm using this Karl Lagerfeld plus Model & Co. I think it's a collab. It's a pen. It's made in Taiwan, and you know how a lot of the Asians are really good about their brow products. So just a few strokes, and then I go with this Anastasia brush. It's so old. Just the spoolie bit. Brush it up, almost wipe it off. Now I'm gonna go with lipstick. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I don't feel like lining my lips. I just apply it, and by the time I do my eyes and my blush, normally it has already molten into my lips and looks kind of really natural. So that's what it looks like just as I put it. And I have noticed with a lot of these lighter lipsticks, when you just put them on, they kind of feel like they just sat on your lip, but if you give them a couple minutes, they just melt into it. Next, I will quickly tight line. And I'll add the I Do Liquid Eyeliner by Eyeko. I really like that. I try to put it as fine as possible, but it doesn't always work. And so I have sometimes to just go with a thicker line. I'm just gonna do it because my mirror is on the wall. Today we got lucky. It's not a very thick liner. I'm gonna go now with one last swipe of powder, and by now I already know which areas need a top up. But this time I kind of just swipe. For blush, I recently started using this blush by MAC. It's called Amber and Rose. It has some shimmers and a little bit of a yellow shimmer, so I really like that because it goes on relatively pink on the skin, but with the gold, it kind of makes it good enough for warmer skin tones. I love blush. It's one of my favorite makeup products, I would say. I always apply blush on the upper part of my cheeks, so around the cheekbones, the apples, across the nose, and then like that, almost like you slightly got sunburned kind of mask. I really like that. I don't do any highlighter because I don't think my skin needs it at all. Now I have quite a bit of fallout on my eyes, so I'm just gonna go with one coat of mascara. The finishing touch is going to be my fragrance. I'm currently wearing Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. I really like it. Every time that I have it on, I get compliments, and so it's going to be my fragrance for the whole month of April and maybe May, because right now it's quite sunny, but it's actually 3 degrees outside. I'm freezing, and so I'm still not in the mood to get out my verbena scent, so I just let it sit a little bit on my skin. That's what the finished look looks like. This took me 15 minutes to film, but normally it would take something like 5 to 6 minutes when I'm doing it. Most days I don't use a concealer, I don't use a corrector, but for today I thought I'd show you the full glam version rather than the one that I do when I didn't have time to even brush my hair. So I hope you enjoyed this. I missed filming makeup looks for you guys. Next time I'm gonna do something a bit more daring, that is more of a going out kind of makeup, so stay tuned for that. Take care.